Greetings from Indonesia. My name is Rias Charyo, and my co-author of this paper is Rutiana Dwiwahyuningsih and Salma Arum Hidayah. We are from Universitas 11 Maret, Surakarta, Indonesia. In this conference, I will present our paper entitled Communicating Sustainable Environment and Pro-Poor Policy in Tourism in Indonesia, a Discourse Network Analysis. There are two backgrounds of this study. The first one is that we found the previous study's findings that the economic development program are sometimes counterproductive with the endeavors or efforts in sustainable environment preservation. And the second one is that the development of tourism to increase the regional economy sometimes becomes a source of environmental damages. So the problem statement of our study is that how can tourism development support the sustainable environment policy and at the same time increasing the economy to cope poverty? The study aims of this paper is to analyze how the values of sustainable environment and pro-poor development are represented and discussed in the tourism policy of Geopark Karangsambung Karangbolong or GKK Kebumen Central Java, Indonesia. We approach the problem with three theoretical frameworks. The first one is the public communication of sustainable policy. We understand public communication as an instrument of policy implementation to affect public knowledge, public attitude, and behavior. The characteristic of public communication is that it contains information that encourages behavior that preserve the environment. And the use of this theoretical framework in our research is to identify the pro-sustainable and pro-poor contents in the development of GKK tourism. The second theory that we use is sustainable environment tourism policy. We understand sustainable tourism as a part of sustainable development system focused on life quality and welfare growth without harming the natural assets. It contains interconnection and interdependency between ecological, social, and economic environment, and also in the collaboration between government, tourism businesses, tourists itself, and the local people in the community. The third one is pro-poor tourism policy. Pro-poor tourism is an approach where the poor become the priority and minimizing the negative effects of tourism to the poor. It involves the participation of poor people in tourism activity, the forms of collaboration between stakeholders, including providing job opportunity for the local people and utilizing tourism tax in empowerment program for the poor people. This study employs qualitative approach with discourse network analysis or DNA as the main technique. We use data collected from the news stories published on the Geopark Kebumen Kapku ID. This is the official website of the local governments before the COVID-19 pandemic, January 2019 until 15 March of 2020, and during the pandemic, 16 March of 2020 until 30 of June 2021. The unit of analysis is the words or phrases which represent the discourse of preserving the sustainable environment, discourses on improving the economic welfare and reducing the poverty, the discourse of collaborative efforts, and also the network of actors related to the discourse in this matter or in these issues. The analysis of actors network employed three measures of centrality: the degree of centrality, the betweenness centrality, and the closeness centrality. The results of finding of this study is as follows. We use a framework for analysis with two questions. First one, does the website communicate the sustainable environment and pro-poor values? And the second one is that which actors participate in the discourse network about that issues? From the DNA analysis, we identify there are 28 individual actors and 23 organization representation participates in the discourse exchange. This study categorized the actors into organizational category based on the pentahelix, which are the local government, the central government, business or private or industry, knowledge sector or academic society or researchers, society or non-government organization, and community forum and also media. The second findings of the research As we identify, there are three main issues or three discourse that are exchanged and discussed in the network. The first one is the pro-sustainability issues. The dominant words including conservation, geopark region, education, economic, development, maintenance, and environments. These keywords indicate that the development of GKK leads to the concept of sustainable tourism, which are tourism that maintains and continue the social, cultural, economic, and environmental context and responsible management of the tourism businesses. The second issues is the pro-poor issues or pro-poor discourse. The dominant words, including poverty, income, welfare, economy, and small and medium enterprise or entrepreneurship. These keywords indicate that the KKK is developed as a conservation, education, and community economic region. The development of KKK region is devised to make the people prosperous and to support the poverty alleviation efforts or programs of the local government. The third issue or the third discourse is collaboration. Dominant words including synergy, cooperation, partnership, multi-stakeholders, support involvement, pentahelix, and network. They indicate that the actors acknowledge the role of collaboration in the sustainable issues. Collaborative is the involvement of many actors or stakeholders to achieve collection vision and mission. From the analysis of actors in the network, we found three measures that we use in measuring the data. The first one is the degree of centrality. It means that which actor that become the focal voice or the opinion leader in the networks. The research showed that the region of Kabupaten Kebumen has the highest degree of centrality, followed by the University of Pajajaran, representing the knowledge sector. This finding indicates that the presence of green bureaucracy that plays very strategic role in the development of green village cultures in line with the sustainable tourism discourse. The second measure is the between centrality. This is the role that the actors play in become a bridge or connection between actors in the network. The highest score of BC is held by the region of Kebumen, followed by the University of Pajajaran. These two actors play the highest role as the mediator or bridge for other actors in the discourse network. It confirms previous studies about the role of social environment or social pillars in the sustainable environment development. The third measure is the closeness centrality or CC. There are three actors closest to their network. They work together and they discuss each other intensely, mostly representing the local government banking and geopark, the local government's agency, the banking sectors, and the geopark observers. It means that these actors has quick access to deliver information to other actors and has high visibility to find out what occurs in the network. There are some conclusions that we drew from these studies. The first one, the news stories at Geopark Kebun Kapku ID become an instrument of communicating and advocating sustainable and pro-poor policy in tourism. The activities used in the communication efforts included focus discussion group, exhibition, competition, attraction, work meeting, press conference, seminars, and news reportage of GKK potency development activity. The actors who advocate sustainable and pro-poor tourism development in GKK come from various elements such as local government, state government, businesses, knowledge sectors, and communities. The content of advocacy from the actors, including the development of GKK not merely for tourism purposes, but also to achieve sustainable environment-friendly tourism and to contribute to the decreasing poverty rate of pro-poor tourism. This study also concludes that the GKK tourism policy is attempted to build the behavior of people, business world, and tourists collaboratively and responsibly in the sustainable future. It is this discourse of sustainable for welfare from physical environment, abiotic, biotic environments, human, animal, and plants, and cultural perspectives. We recommend for further research because we find that the limitation of this research lies on the scope of the data observation, in which observation is conducted on one media only. Further studies are recommended to expand the variety of media, not only in the local government media, but also the other medias, and the area scope to be studied. In addition, mixed method can be utilized to complement the qualitative explanation in the result of discourse network analysis. That's conclude our presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. We hope you have many benefits from this presentation of our paper. Thank you and good day.